with Jason Salas.
Half a day, everybody. You're watching Weekend Edition. I'm Jason Salas, and this is Time Out, the portion of the show where we talk about all things surrounding and involving the Guamanian athlete. And we are talking about rugby once again tonight. Now, joining us right now is the gentleman with the plan about all things rugby and looking incredibly dapper. I think that watch probably cost more than one of my car payments. But
nice haircut, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Well, Matt Skrull from Tropical Productions. All right, so Matt, not only are you a mainstay of the rugby community itself, you guys are also putting together a rugby league.
Yes, we are very excited. Tropical Productions and Heineken, last year we threw two of the most successful and premier rugby events that our island has probably had in the last 3 years, with the Guam Rugby Sevens and the Beach Rugby Tournament. So this year we wanted to start off with getting into Rugby 15s. So every Saturday from March 30 to May 11, the UOG field will play host to the first ever Heineken Rugby 15s.
And this is good because it's actually spread out over a long period of time. So if guys are have nursing injuries, or maybe guys have other commitments, they play in other sports, as so many people do on the weekend and everything, they can always jump over and join one of their teams.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. It's 4 15s teams. Each of the teams have about over 23 players. And the great thing about this league is that's different from any other sporting event or other rugby competition is the talent is so spread out. There's national team players on every team. There's guys who've played in New Zealand, California, Portland, Seattle, even the East Coast. So the talent amongst the 4 teams is very, very high.
How much infusion of military talent are you seeing?
We actually have had quite more so than this league than other leagues. I know in one of the teams we have 2 military, and then on one of the teams I think there's about 3. So I think every year we'll build upon more and more, maybe even one day have Army National Guard team or something like that in the future. But for now, 4 men's teams, and it's going to be some great rugby action at UOG Field.
Yeah, because that makes for a really good competition, because based on the caliber, you get the national team and the way they play, and then you get the guys who have competed internationally, and they know that, and then you guys, you've got guys who maybe played in college or pickup games and everything. So it's a really good mix of talent.
Yeah, and I think that's another reason why we want to do it, because rugby is blowing up on Guam, especially in middle school and high school. And then after high school, there's really only the national level right now. There hasn't been as many domestic events, so we wanted to do this to not only cater to already the talent of rugby players, but for the kids that just finished high school last week, there's still rugby action that they could join in. We're still accepting teams. If players wanted to jump on into teams, your team could be as big as you want it to be, but you can only suit up 23 players every game.
I was just about to ask about that, because this of course is a semi-pro league, so guys aren't getting paid.
Yeah.
Which is good for younger people. But if entire teams or players, they're under 18, do they have to sign a waiver or anything?
If you're under 18, you have to sign a waiver, but there's still only 4 teams. We can't add a 5th team, but anyone's more than welcome to jump on any of the teams, because like you said, there's injuries. Some guys who are in the military, there's some weekends they can't make, they got to go off island. Another good note about this league is we're charging $2 admission at the gate for if you're 13 and older. 100% of the admission goes towards the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Guam, and not only the foundation, but to a specific boy. His name's Keone. He's 16 years old from Talafofo, and he's suffering from hepatic disease, which is a liver disease. So the good thing about this league is not only will fans get to witness some of the top-notch male rugby players on Guam, but every time they come support this event, they're only helping Keone's wish be granted.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And this is also a good chance for rugby to really take off as a spectator sport locally, because
Yes.
so many of the parents who watch their kids play in high school, or some of the clubs, they go there, but this is actually a chance for people to go week to week to week, really learn about the sport and learn how it's played. So what can people, if they've never actually attended a rugby match, what can they expect to see? How long?
Yeah, this is by far going to be the rugby event to watch. The Sevens was great. We had a lot of teams, a lot of fans come out. Sevens is very fast-paced, and it's only 7-minute halves, so fans are just like, what did I just see? With this, it's 40-minute halves, 15 players on each side of the field, and the way people describe 15s, it's organized chaos. It just looks like madness out there, but it's very structured at what is going out there, especially if you understand rugby. But yeah, 15 guys on each side, and it's more of a battle. Sevens is more fitness and speed. 15s is just more a grueling battle for 80 minutes. Yeah, and then there's 2 games every Saturday, one at 1 p.m. and one at 3 p.m. at the OG Field.
All right, and people should show up early, because of course, like all tropical production events and everything, there's always music, there's always food, there's
Yeah,
the weather is perfect this time of year.
Yeah, we'll definitely have concessions and food for everyone to come. And again, all the proceeds go towards Keone and the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And if you would like to give more than $2, we would be happy to accept donations as well.
All right, outstanding. So once again, if people want to join, if they can get into a team right now, they can contact either Tropical directly, or can they go to like one of the teams? Or?
They could contact, for more information, go to tpiguam.com, or if you want specifics on the team captains and the representative of each club, I recommend just emailing myself at msgro@tpiguam.com.
All right. Well, you know you're going to get like 1 million emails from this, right?
I don't mind. I get 1 million emails every day.
There you go. Well, wearing that watch, I would see why. That's a really nice time. Hey, welcome back anytime. Of course.
Jason.
Thanks a lot, man. We can't wait to see you out there. All right, and stay tuned because Weekend Edition continues right after this.
Timeout with Jason Salas.